This is a Rogue Media Network podcast.
Hey y'all, I'm April.
And I'm Caroline.
And this
is your Bloody Happy Hour.
Caroline, are you ready for this?
This is your newest guilty pleasure.
It's the bloodiest part of your week.
Did we say something about it also being happy hour?
Show did.
Because we about to be sipping on some murder. Bloody Happy Hour.
Hey y'all, this is April.
And this is Caroline.
Bloody Happy Hour here.
We got a story for you. We have, our guest was supposed to be here. She's a little under the weather.
It's called a hangover.
So our guest will be here next week. So in the meantime, we are going to come at you with a case that that happened a few years ago.
Yeah.
And the next week, we'll come back in full force and fully tequila infused with the Menendez brothers. And just wait, it's going to be quite a show.
Yeah, I'm actually tequila infused right now.
Absolutely, as you should be.
Yes.
Also, before we get into the story, don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe. We're on Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio, I don't know.
Yeah.
All the things, all the places. Leave us a review. Tell us how great we are. Tell us how bad we are. We're inappropriate. All the things. Tell us how we can be better.
Yes, please. Especially if you are newer to the podcast and you have not done any of that. We would love for you to do it, and we would love to read that review later on.
Because you know what I was thinking about? We do take some of the criticism. Because remember back in the day, whenever we started, and we were crunching ice. We do not crunch ice anymore.
No,
So
no,
we've
no,
improved drastically.
Yes.
So this is our full episode, and we're going to talk about Taylor Parker.
Taylor Parker. If you are an OG listener and you were at our second,
I think it might have been our
first was Darlena, you did.
okay.
Darlene. Second live show at the place where it's Glory Bell Coffee Shop now, but back then it was something
That's
different.
when I had my crew in front who was rallying.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Caroline did this story then, and it's a great story.
So October 2020, Taylor, this cute blonde girl, she gets pulled over for speeding. Normal stuff, right? I mean, I don't. Anyway, the officer gets up to the window and he realizes that this person driving has a newborn baby in her arms with the umbilical cord still attached. And the placenta is down her pants.
Totally normal.
Is that what you, I thought you eat the placenta.
She didn't have a baggie to put it in to take it home to eat on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So she put it in her pants.
She put it in
Got
her
it. Where it came out of, but it didn't because the woman tells the officer, my baby's not breathing. And she's given the baby CPR, and from there, if things aren't already weird enough, they continue to get
Not weird at
weirder.
all.
So Taylor Morton Parker, which also goes by Taylor Morton, that's her Facebook name, and some other names. She is 27 years old. She has 2 kids. She's been married and divorced twice. She has 2 kids by 2 different baby daddies.
Listen, no red flags there.
I
at
mean,
all.
I'm not judging. Like, it's fine. You can have 5 kids by 5 baby daddies and
be divorced 5 times.
and you can. So one of the kids was by one of her husbands.
And one was
us. Okay, yes. So Taylor starts working at this staffing company, and she had also worked as a medical assistant at a clinic at some point, and she just worked at a bunch of different places. So there's not much about her childhood that we know. People who went to school with her said that when she was younger, she was... Did they really say this? She was morbidly obese?
Did you say this?
I don't know if I said it or if they said it.
But beautiful.
She was a really pretty fat girl.
You said morbidly obese was their exact words.
She was very insecure about her weight. And she tried real hard to fit in, but she was too fat. She couldn't.
Listen, we don't fat shame.
No, we don't, because you know what? More cushion for the pushing. So her friend said, that she would tell these like extravagant stories, and she even like faked cancer. And when she was 8 years old, and she was telling her other
Scamanda?
I think it was. Is this Scamanda? Am I getting my stories mixed up? When she said she faked cancer at 8 years old, other stories included that she was telling her other little 8-year-old friends that her boyfriend was having relations in the shower.
That she was having sex with her boyfriend at 8 years old in the shower.
Man.
Those are weird, pointless lies.
That's what we call
At
little
8 years
white
old.
lies.
No, that's a big-ass, inappropriate lie.
Who even thinks that?
At 8 years old?
At 8 years old. At 8 years old, I was just like trying to dribble a basketball and score some points in a basket and make some money. Anyway, there were some stories from other people that she went to school with that she was actually kind of a bully, to the point where that's why maybe she was like, I guess if you're really insecure like that, maybe you start bullying people to make yourself feel better because you don't fit in.
Yeah.
And plus, if you're overweight, you're probably getting made fun of.
It's like the Mean Girls. The whole lesson behind the movie Mean Girls, right? If you call somebody else fat, it doesn't make you any skinnier. If you call somebody else ugly, it doesn't make you any prettier. The best movie of all time.
But you know what? It makes you feel better about yourself. So some girls who went to high school with said that like she would always lie, and there were even times that she would come to school with crutches, saying she broke her leg or she broke her foot. Then the next day she was seen without crutches, and she was just real thirsty for some attention. So
she just drank her milk and her bones healed really quickly.
I mean, she also told them stories about that she had a boyfriend, and the boyfriend would come pick her up on the weekends, and like after school they would go to the movies and do this and that and this and that. And of course her friends were like, oh, show us a picture. And she's like, oh, well, his name is George Glass. No, she didn't say that, but that's what Marcia Brady said. No, that's what Jan said. Sure, Jan. So they're like, show us a picture, but she didn't have any pictures, but she would show them text messages, which is like weird because her friends were like, well, why are you not, like, what, this is weird. Anytime they had a picture, it was, she would, like, cut off their heads, and
It was just bodies?
And they thought that they were putting different heads on the bodies?
No.
This lady is crazy. Obviously, we know that she is having some issues. So as far as her family goes, she had a good family. They were well known in town, well-to-do. They were fine. It seemed to be normal. So in high school, she started faking pregnancies. And all the girls knew that she was faking pregnancies. Like every other time she turned around, she was pregnant. And she always talked about it. And she was either having a miscarriage or something happened to the baby. And it was always like one situation after the next. And this is where she like developed this reputation throughout all the schools, elementary, middle, high school, that she would just make these extravagant stories up and try to get attention, try to fit in, try to make friends.
Just a compulsive liar.
Compulsive.
And about big things. Not little bitty things.
Yeah, I know. It's like almost married to a person like that. But eventually in high school, she turns up pregnant. Okay, but are you really pregnant, or are you like fake pregnant? Because we don't know.
I'm not going to believe it until a baby comes out.
Well, apparently she has a first baby girl in high school, and the rumors from the other girls is that she finally got pregnant just to prove to everybody that she could get pregnant, because she had told so many stories about being pregnant.
You know there's a ton of other girls out there like this.
I mean, I just don't get it.
Listen, if I do, I'm so scared. I've had a hysterectomy and I'm scared to be pregnant still. Don't let me do abs real good one day and the next day I'll feel it a little bit and I think it's a baby kicking. And I'm like panicking. Like I am scared to like have an immaculate
conception. I know it's going to happen. Oh, no.
No. And she just making up these pregnancies.
She really is. So, okay, what is this? Okay, so I told you earlier about she ended up getting married and divorced twice, had 2 kids, one with another guy, one with the guy that she was married to, and one with a random guy she was not married to. When she was married, she had a medical procedure called what you just mentioned, April, a hysterectomy.
Oh. I mean, she was married.
so
I mean,
glad
she
you brought
had
that up.
17 pregnancies.
I know. So she had to have this hysterectomy. I don't know. Her husband, it's unfortunate because at this point, her husband did not know that she had had a hysterectomy.
Oh, secretly?
I think after she had the first baby with the guy she was not married to, she then had the hysterectomy.
Oh.
Then she got married.
And this guy wanted a baby.
He really wanted a kid, so she's trying to do anything to hold on to this guy.
So how does she have a baby at the beginning of the story in the
I
placenta?
Don't know.
Please tell us.
I will
Please tell
definitely
us.
tell you. She tries to convince him. She's like, she is. Oh my gosh. Okay. She is talking about her. Okay, her husband didn't know about the hysterectomy, and he really wanted a kid. So she's trying to do anything to hold on to him. She goes to all these links. She tries to convince him that she was wealthy and that she was an heiress, so they could just hire a surrogate to have the baby. But of course, like she did not have this money. She was not an heiress. She had to make up all this BS and do all the things. So her husband
Ended up
divorcing her.
Because remember, she's married twice. Okay. It is expensive to have a surrogate. I've known one surrogate and one person who has hired a surrogate. It's expensive. I thought it was just on TV.
No.
I didn't think it was a real
No,
thing.
I know. Yeah. What?
One of our trainers was like a lifetime surrogate. She was a surrogate like 4 times.
Well, I guess
CG.
she's banking. And she got I don't know.
She had a hysterectomy, so she had to get a real job.
She had to get a real job. She can't be having everybody else's babies anymore. So, some time following, rumors start going around that she got lap band surgery or tummy tuck because she like lost all this weight all of a sudden. And there's a bunch of Facebook posts and everything talking about her tummy tuck and surgeries. She, in this Facebook group, she talked about how she worked for a doctor and that doctor was giving a discount on her, I don't even know, on her surgeries. Basically, she's just lying about all kinds of things, and her body just somehow changes, and it's immaculately like she's in shape and fit.
This
and
is
now
before Ozempic, too.
this is pre-Ozempic. And one of her
Maybe she
friends
worked
starts
out.
talking about it, and she said that she saw Taylor afterwards. Oh, Taylor had all the confidence. She had dropped all this weight. She felt so good about herself. She was just having this glow up, and they were just now trying to compare themselves to Taylor. Another thing about Facebook is that Taylor was known to delete her Facebook page and then restart it. And like, I guess people do this when they break up or whatever, or if they get caught with something, they create this whole new identity online. She has a whole new group of friends, all this, all that. And this is when, that's what she would do. She basically created a whole new identity after she got this divorce. And she's basically trying to reinvent herself and have a bunch of new friends.
Each Facebook account would be a new identity and a new story. So it might be the same name, but she's going to join all these other groups.
Yes.
So this time she was this fit person, which she probably really wasn't.
Yes.
And then she got a divorce, and then she was something else,
And
which
now
she probably wasn't.
she's not adding any of her family on this Facebook page is because she's hiding all this stuff from her family. And at this time, she meets this, like, on one of these Facebook pages, she meets this girl named Reagan. And she connected with her through Facebook, met her, they became friends. Reagan's married. She has a 3-year-old daughter. She just found out that she was pregnant
Reagan.
with her second baby girl. And Taylor and Reagan started talking on Facebook, and they're commenting back and forth, all these things, liking each other's pictures, and they're becoming besties. Well, around this time, Taylor met and started dating a guy named Wade Griffin. So they're dating for a while. Next thing you know, Taylor's pregnant again, even though she already had her hysterectomy and all the things. So she started telling people that she's pregnant with her third child, which is what I said, why her whole entire family blocked her on Facebook, because she already had a hysterectomy, so there's no way she could possibly be pregnant. Ma'am.
Listen, it might have been
Immaculate conception. I digress. Nevertheless, Taylor's posting all over Facebook about her pregnancy. She's giving updates. She's talking about complications that she was having. She's talking about how she has a blood clot in her lungs and that the doctors had to put her on heart medicine and this is affecting her baby's heart rate. All the things. Like, she is doing the most. How do you even think about this stuff? You obviously have
You are
a mentally
psychotic.
you have mental illness. This is what we call mental illness.
What is it called? I need
It's
a
mental
diagnosis
illness.
kit.
It's just mental illness.
Casey, what is this called?
So she posted ultrasound pictures, which obviously you ain't pregnant. So where you getting these? Somehow the administrator at one of the clinics saw this picture of this ultrasound that she posted, and she's like, wait a second, this lady cannot be pregnant with a baby because we did not do the sonogram and she got a hysterectomy, but they can't say anything because of HIPAA. So the administrator lady calls Taylor telling her to stop posting stuff like this with their clinic's name on it. So she was really claiming to be pregnant online, and because of that, Taylor and Reagan were talking a lot. So remember, Reagan is the one who has just got pregnant. She has a 3-year-old baby, so now they're besties. Now they're both pregnant, allegedly both pregnant at the same time, and they both have little girls. And Wade, who's Taylor's boyfriend, he did not have any kids. This is going to be his first child,
And
his
he was
first
probably
baby
so
girl.
excited.
He was so excited. And she's over here making all these Facebook posts, and their baby was going to be sassy just like her daddy and all this stuff. And you can only imagine, like, just like we said, he was so excited. He was going to have his first kid. And they go to the doctor. But Taylor was like, oh, wait, you just stay in the waiting room. I just want to go in by myself.
It's 2020.
It's 2020.
So they're letting the
it's
least
COVID.
amount of people
Yes.
in anyways.
Because of COVID. So the only person allowed back is Taylor.
And she's just getting a regular old pap
And
smear.
she's just getting a pap smear. So Wade's sitting there waiting out, telling him how the baby's doing. And he starts, Wade is allegedly talking about how people are saying, oh, she's not really pregnant. Are they going to have to eat their words when they find out that she... Okay, some are saying she's not pregnant. This is on Facebook. There's comments. She's not really pregnant. Oh, other comment. Oh, they're going to have to eat their words because she is pregnant. Oh, she's not pregnant. Oh, she is pregnant. So it's about a bunch of back and forth, all this Facebook stuff. So some are accusing her of faking her pregnancy again, and it's like this whole cycle. She's doing the most, and they're like, well, so if she's not pregnant, then the baby, she really put in the work. Oh, basically, she really put in the work to make people think that she is pregnant. Because she also took pregnancy pictures.
And she got a name for the baby?
She took a whole ass pregnancy session pictures with a fake belly. She's doing the whole belly hold thing.
Are people tagging Wade and saying, like, calling them a liar, I think, at this point?
Yeah, they're like, yeah. What does it say?
It looks like there's Facebook posts at and Wade just saying, basically calling Taylor a lie. And so Wade's like, I'm glad you're willing to ruin something for us and Sierra. Everyone thinks we're faking a whole damn pregnancy with this little one. And my little one's not even here yet. Some people I once called friends are going to look so stupid in the weeks to come.
This is what Wade is saying in response to somebody who made a Facebook post.
And Taylor says, Wade, I couldn't have said it any better.
She's crazy.
All you can do is pray for stupidity but you are so right.
Poor Wade got the wool pulled right over his eyes. I don't know anybody who be looking like that. Anybody. So, but now Taylor had her date for her C-section scheduled at the hospital. Wade is going to meet her there at noon to have the C-section and to meet his little baby girl. Okay, y'all just get ready. The day before she goes in to have her C-section, she goes to see Reagan. She brings Reagan a gift and some Starbucks. Reagan thanks her and all the things. Everything is good.
What a good friend.
I know. It's so sweet. The next day, which is the day of the C-section, mysteriously, the hospital that Taylor is supposed to have the C-section at gets a bomb threat called in. Just random.
Listen, it's COVID. You never know what can happen.
It's random bomb threat, okay? So, also at the same time, a 911 call is placed from a very distraught mother. When the dispatcher answered the phone, the mother was yelling, "Somebody killed my baby! Somebody killed my baby!" And Reagan's mom had gone to Reagan's house. And when she went inside the house, she found her daughter, Reagan, laying face down in the house. This is pregnant Reagan, who's about to have her baby, with so much blood everywhere. She's not moving. Paramedics arrive. The mother is telling them that she's pregnant and is asking, is the baby going to survive? Is the baby going to survive? And when the paramedics turn over Reagan's body, they realize that she had been cut in the bottom of her stomach and there was no baby. The baby is gone.
What could have
happened? The dingo ate my baby.
What could have happened?
Reagan had been beaten, strangled, and stabbed repeatedly over 100 times, and her skull was crushed by a hammer.
And she still, that is a mama, and like she still called 911 and she was still worried about her baby. And she had got bashed in the head.
Her 3-year-old is in the house asleep.
Oh, I'm glad she's sleeping.
Not long before this, a cop had pulled over
somebody
for speeding. Well, what? This brings us back to the top of the story. They pull over this car for speeding. They go up to it. Taylor's driving, holding a baby, a bloody newborn with the umbilical cord still attached, doing CPR on the baby. The cop is like, oh my gosh. Taylor tells him, I just delivered my baby on the side of the road. She's not breathing. I need help. So the cop gets the baby, tries to do CPR. People are pulling over on the side of the road. They're like, OMG, oh my gosh, what's happening? They see the umbilical cord is attached to the baby, and the placenta is shoved in her pants, y'all. So the cop obviously thinks that this lady just had this baby. So the ambulance takes him to
Why else would you have a placenta in your pants?
I don't know. So the lady, she gets rushed to the hospital, and baby girl did not survive.
Oh, I don't remember that part.
I know, the baby did not survive. And of course, at this time, doctors are like, we got to check out the mom, we got to check out the mother. Like, you just had a baby on the side of the road, bitch, you need to be cleaned. You got to make sure all your situations all okay. But Taylor's like, no, I'm good. I'm
just going to go home.
I'm going to go home. I'm going to take I'm just going to soak in the tub. Like, I'm fine. And they're like, the doctors are like, this woman did not have a baby.
No.
She did not have this baby. So they somehow figure out that she didn't. Well, I mean, it's pretty obvious she did not have a baby. Even though she had the placenta in her pants. I don't know. That seems normal, right? So somehow officers.
That would make it believable if I had a placenta down my pants.
I know. And then the officers. Okay. Some of the officers from Reagan's house, where the baby had been cut out, connected it to the officers from the hospital where Taylor was, and put Taylor under arrest. So they're putting all the pieces together, because that's what they do. They're
communication.
There's communication. They're working together. They questioned Taylor. She admits that she went to Reagan's house. They got into an altercation.
It's just a small one.
It's just a small altercation.
Little spat.
And that she took the baby. She just took her.
No, she borrowed.
She said she had a scapula.
What? Oh, not this scapula. Nope, it's a scapula. The thing you cut with.
A scapula. Did I say spatula?
No, you said scapula.
Oh, I said it right.
But I was thinking this scapula.
Your back wing. During the autopsy, which was found lodged in Reagan's neck, she took this. Oh, it's a scalpel, not a scapula.
Oh.
Okay,
sounded
Cheryl.
so
Okay,
right.
Cheryl, don't get mad at me now, Cheryl. I just mistyped and misread. Okay, it's a scalpel.
What did she say about colonel?
She did. We're gonna do a show with live call-ins just to get all the people to tell.
I didn't even correct you because it sounded
Well,
right.
I know, but I knew
Scapula.
it was a scalpel, but I didn't remember that's what I said. Anyway, so they have this scalpel that's lodged in her neck. So she took the scalpel, Taylor. She took the scalpel. She cut Reagan open, took her baby out, and tried to flee. That's when she got pulled over. Is giving CPR to the baby. Puts the placenta in her pants with the umbilical cord, and then the mother of Reagan ends up going to Reagan's house and finds her daughter face down. Baby daddy Wade is like, I was thinking I was supposed to go into the hospital and meet my baby because what the actual F? And he gets questioned immediately. After he's questioned, he's cleared. They release him. He said he knew absolutely nothing about it. And now all these rumors are coming out everywhere about what actually happened, if he was involved, if he was a part of it, and he was not a part of it at all. She even went... Taylor even had gone to the internet for fake pregnancy belly cheap. She Googled fake pregnancy belly cheap, and she ultimately purchased a fakeababy.com. I'm going to need fakeababy.com to not even be around. So this is why she was able to trick him, because she was taking all these photos.
That's what they say is Beyonce wore when she was pregnant with Blue Ivy.
Oh, jeez. She
Oh,
ordered a customized fake ultrasound photo, complete with custom gestation, the sex of the baby to a specific degree and certainty, as well as the clinic and the name of the physician. So she also bought the fake belly bump, and that's what she was taking her baby pictures. With holding that little, when you hold
the bottom
of
of
your belly, which sometimes I do that when I'm like, my stomach
Yes,
hurts.
right now.
So she ordered this stuff online, and it's just a whole thing.
With all the Facebook posts and the progression of her own faked pregnancy.
This evidence was all showed to the jury, and all the photos and all the things. And Reagan's mom said Taylor had gone to Reagan's wedding, baby shower, and they called each other family on Facebook, and they seemed to be pretty close. This trial was a capital case. It had two phases, a guilt phase and a sentencing phase. We know all this. Since death penalty is on the table, it's very common. They had a bunch of, so many 300 witnesses. I don't know what they're talking to 300 people about. Eventually, Taylor confessed, and her motive for murdering and kidnapping was to keep her boyfriend Wade, because his feelings were no longer as strong for her, even though they started to hyphenate. So basically, she wanted to get pregnant because her boyfriend was about to break up with her. Okay.
Gosh, that's
4-day trial.
That's a good reason.
Weeks after. Well, what the hell happened? Where's the end? Taylor Parker was convicted of capital murder in the death of Reagan Hancock and the removal of her unborn child. She was sentenced to death on November 11th, 2022. We didn't have these answers. The jury deliberated less than an hour.
Oh.
During the sentencing phase,
They took a poop during that hour. They did not have to
prosecutors
think at all.
highlighted Parker's history of criminal behavior while in jail, including, this is her behavior in jail, orchestrating a fraudulent scheme to fabricate evidence and frame a mentally fragile inmate for the crime, engaging in financial fraud and lying to employers, continuously modifying her jail clothing to be more revealing, using jail resources such as an email kiosk and a phone system to discuss her schemes and scams. Prosecutors argued that her repeated and continuous criminal behavior while incarcerated demonstrated a lack of remorse and continued disregard for the law, warranting the death penalty.
She
she
tried to pull off a $20 million real estate deal. She's not even a real estate agent. She contacted a real estate agent saying she's an heiress, and
I do. I remember. Yes.
Just a lie at any.
Every single little
maybe
thing.
the attention that she gets at that time, the listening ears that at that time is what she's addicted to. She don't give a shit what happens afterwards.
Wait,
she's
is she
crazy.
Dead?
No way, wouldn't have killed her that quick.
I know it says sentence. Okay, it says sentenced to death on November 11th, 2022. So that's maybe when they sentenced her.
So she's just on death row. Is in
As she
Gatesville?
should be.
She's not ugly, but like she's got scary eyes.
She's dead inside.
Scary dark eyes. How crazy.
And that
Can
is
you
the
be?
story of Taylor Parker.
Wow.
So you're welcome.
Good
and
story.
all the things.
Thanks for doing that on a whim.
On a whim. You know, and it's
she
fine.
literally just pulled up the notes.
Literally just sometimes you just gotta make stuff happen. You just gotta pull a rabbit out of the hat.
Wait, Reagan died and the baby died, right?
Yes.
How? It's like
All because she wanted to keep boyfriend Wade.
because she wanted to keep
Boyfriend Wade. She was
thirsty. I hate a thirsty bitch.
thirsty. The thirstiest. She lied. All she did was lie. All she did was be thirsty. She was never hydrated.
That's the second. We did a Heidi Broussard.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one. There's not many of those, but those are crazy
They're the
stories.
worst. How do you even do that? I can't even cut a chicken, much less a human stomach
gonna
and a baby. Oh, hell no.
Can we make sure she says that after every episode when somebody gets cut?
Oh, I hate a paper cut. Don't even give me a paper cut. I'm going to bleed out.
Okay, we'll see y'all next week for the Menendez brothers. It is a bigger episode. I did a deep dive. I watched all the things, listened to all the things, and maybe they'll be out by then because one of the DAs, somebody that's kind of really following their case and been with them this whole time, says that they want to have them over for Thanksgiving dinner. So they are thinking,
Is it Dave?
could they be out for
Aaron?
Thanksgiving?
Oh, my gosh.
But
Okay.
it's the DA that he did not get elected. So whatever he has to do, like he didn't win. So whatever he does, he has to
okay.
do it
Scravino or
before
something like that.
January, I guess. Okay, we'll see y'all. Don't forget to
Stay aware.
stay alive.
And always be DTF.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production.